There's a wide variety of tools you can use to help spray herbicides, from your big truck sprayers to your UTVs and ATVs, backpack sprayers, or smaller garden sprayers. For some of those larger jobs, you could also use a helicopter sprayer, or for some of those hard to reach backcountry places, a lot of times horses or mules are used. One thing all of these sprayers have in common is they all need to be calibrated, and we need to know how many gallons per acre each one of these is spraying. As a commercial applicator, the most frequent question I get is how much chemical to put in a 3-gallon backpack sprayer. For that question, I'm going to direct you to our backpack calibration video that we have in this series. It's very important to calibrate your sprayers to know exactly how much chemical to use per acre. Herbicides come in many different forms, from your adjuvants and surfactants to your dry flowables and to your more traditional liquid herbicides. Chemical is usually mixed with water, which is then spread over an acre of ground. What the calibration tells you is how much mixture of chemical and water you are putting on per acre of ground. Herbicides generally come in two forms, in dry flowable or liquid form. There's all kinds of different measuring devices you can use for measuring these different chemicals. However, each of these chemicals comes with their own measuring device because the granules are all different depending upon the brand. Liquid measuring cups, however, are exactly the same. It's all in liquid ounces. Every herbicide has a label. Go ahead and you can peel that label right off. Read and know the label. The label is the law. The first thing you'll do after reading a label is go directly over to the personal protective equipment, also known as PPE, and figure out how to properly handle this chemical while applying. The label has all kinds of important information, from the PPE, user safety recommendations, first aid, environmental hazards, directions for use, agricultural use requirements, storage and disposal, as well as other important information. What most of you will be looking for is the plants this chemical will treat and the application rate. Milestone is generally applied at 5 to 7 ounces per acre, whereas 2,4-D is generally 2 to 4 pints per acre. And once again, differently, these dry flowables are generally run in ounces per acre. All herbicides require some form of PPE. Most require just a long sleeve shirt, gloves, glasses, long pants, and boots plus socks. Others require respirators, but always safety glasses are a good idea, and gloves also help reduce your contact with the chemical. Make sure you read the label and know the proper PPE to use with each chemical. If you have any reserves about using herbicide, contact your local weed professional. They're trained, licensed, and insured to help reduce negative impacts on our environment. Remember, the label is the law. It's extremely important to calibrate your spray units. The most important thing about noxious weeds is to educate yourself, to protect the landscape for wildlife and future generations. If you think you have noxious weeds, contact your local weed district, extension office, or Department of Agriculture.